say you want to build an original character cosplay but don't know where to start. Let me help you out. First, go through your stash. That's how I first started doing original characters, was going through my stash of leftover materials to see what I could kind of create and what storyline I could make for a character based off of what I had. So, for example, okay, so this is my Time Fairy cosplay, and the concept came from looking through scraps of old costumes and traveling through time through my cosplay journey. So every piece you see on this, minus the belt and pouch, which I'm going to be remaking out of leftover foam, is from a different costume. So I'm going to go into all those little details now. Okay, so the shoes that I've now added things to are, I originally got for my Anastasia cosplay, but I also wear it for Merida, but now I've officially committed these to my Time Fairy, and I added this applique and rhinestones that match the bodice, and I'll get into where I got those from in a second. The tiara I'm working on now, I'm obviously making from scratch. The one in that picture is I won from a previous costume contest, because again, I didn't want to buy anything new for this costume, but because this is a competition piece, I will be making this. But this is all made out of leftover wire, foam clay, paint, and little flowery bits from when I made my mermaid top and tiara. So all of this is leftover. Now for the corset, this fabric, including the lining, is left over from my Batty Coda cosplay. And then the applique that is matching the shoes and the rhinestones, or the applique specifically, is left over from my original Snow White costume. The bias tape I made, and it's left over from fabric I got donated to me from my last job. They used to hold events in one of the spaces, and they just had leftover fabric from decorating, and they knew I sewed, so they gave it to me. The foam clay I used for these like filigree and clock motifs, again going through that time, traveling through cosplay time theme, the foam clay was left over. The molds I did buy, but I knew I would need them for other things in the future. This EVA foam and even the paint is left over materials from the first time I made armor, my Carmilla armor from Castlevania. So again, even the paint is left over. This organza is also from my old job. This green sparkly fabric is from my old job. This is left over from Anastasia. Okay, going into the skirt, even the elastic is left over because I'm insane. Again, from Anastasia, my old job, my old job, my old job. I have a tutorial on how to make this skirt on my page as well. This, I just burned the edges to kind of give like a woodland fairy look. But these edges I'm going to dye some leftover lace trim I have, because I have so much from doing princess costumes, and I'm gonna do the edges of the skirt and that just to make it a little more clean, and then the edges here so it matches. But yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna make the wings again out of leftover fabric I have, since I will be competing in this. But whenever people ask me about creating original characters, I always say start with your stash. And in general, it's always safe to, when you're about to do a new build, see what you have left over anyways. The less we can send to the landfill, the better. You can even just use it for a mock-up, as long as it gets like at least some more use out of it. That's always good. So you don't have to do a whole build like I did, but you can use it for so many things, like stuffing different bum rolls or pillows or anything. Like just really get creative. But for creating an original character, which is what I'm super passionate about, that's what I recommend. Go through your stash. I know you have one. We all have one.